From the studios of the Department of Communication in Phillipsburg, welcome to Next Level Thinking. Here are your hosts, Team APAP. Say Martin.
Hello and welcome to Next Level Thinking with your psychologist from APAP SXM. My name is Stephanie Hassett and I'm here together with Caroline van Oost and Sanne Gruiters. This program has been made possible by the Ministry of Public Health and DCOM. This program highlights topics that help deal with the subject that matters most, ourselves. So over the season, we've discussed different things. We've discussed how things can frustrate us, knock us out of our balance, and disrupt our emotional well-being. From there, we moved on to mindfulness and happiness, both a state of mind, and one focusing on the balance of living in the here and now and experiencing life while it's happening in the moment instead of living in thoughts in the future or in the past. And then the last episode, we discussed happiness. We discussed our everlasting search for happiness and how we can influence each other's states of happiness. Talking about that, today we'll discuss humor and how we can influence each other's joy and experiencing joy. I mean, we all love to laugh. We tell jokes to entertain each other, to bond with each other. It is even said so that we look for a sense of humor when choosing a mate. In fact, 37% of men and 58% of women say it's a must-have in a relationship. Interesting, right?
Yeah, it is. But I can kind of understand that because humor in that sense is something that really connects. It's all about challenging expectations and making connections and, surprises. And I must say, for me, it's also a must-have.
Right. It's nice to
humor
have
is important.
Fun and to be able to laugh with someone you're with every single day. I think that's very important.
That is to create balance in life, right?
Exactly. Because the standard definition of humor is a psychological response characterized by the positive emotion of amusement, the appraisal that something is funny, and the tendency to laugh.
What's your kind of humor, Stephanie? What kind of humor do you like?
I like silly humor, and I make fun of myself. I like self-deprecating humor.
Yeah.
That's I think my style.
Yeah.
This morning, I watched a little video clip, and there's something that just keeps cracking me up. It's so stupid, but it's about a TV show with a bunch of friends in the States, and there's one guy who wants to learn French.
Okay.
But he cannot do it, and he's like, "Je m'appelle Claude." And then the other is like, "Je l'appelle Blue." And then he keeps going and it doesn't get it. And every time it just keeps cracking me up. And it's so lame if you think about it, because I know what's coming. "Je l'appelle Blue." And then still I'm just
it cracks
cracking
you up.
Yeah.
Well, I also have a guilty, conscious about my humor, because you know what, the clips that I think are hilarious is when people fall. It's really bad.
Yeah.
But there was, I remember one of the clips, there was a little boy and he had 2 cups of, I think juice or whatever. And he walked over somewhere from the kitchen, and then I have to laugh already.
Here you go already.
One cup of juice fell, and he's like, "Oh, it fell!" And he puts the other cup down, and he takes the other cup, and he pours it in, and it spills, and he's like, "Oh, that spilled!" And then he takes up the other cup, and then he slips in the puddle of juice that he had. Both cups of juice this time go all over, and it's just hilarious.
It's a continuing thing, right?
Oh gosh, it's hilarious.
I would just recognize myself. I'm so clumsy myself, and actually I use humor to deal with that.
Right.
Because if I had that in front of the whole school when I was in high school.
Oh gosh.
Like the staircase, and then I whoop, boom, 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 there I go. And you get up and you're like, hey, I just did that.
Just laugh about it.
Just
and
laugh
it's
about it and
Laugh
it's gone.
it off.
Yeah, it also makes it easier. It makes life easier to deal with, especially with pain or those kind of things.
I agree. Sanne, what kind of humor do you have?
Well, you were talking about that self-defeating humor, right? Making fun of yourself. That's something I do too. And I think it was a necessary thing because I grew up between 2 boys, the middle one. I think it's just a necessary thing to survive. Because otherwise they will,
Right.
they will make fun of you.
Right, so beat them to the punch. You're like, no,
Yeah.
I made fun of myself already.
Indeed.
It's like a
indeed.
protection modus in a way also. Huh?
Yeah. But what I don't like is when people make fun of other people just for them to feel better, you know?
Right.
The aggressive humor.
Yeah.
No, I agree.
that really triggers something in me. That I'm like, no.
Right, the teasing, the taunting, the bullying almost. Well, it gets towards
teasing, okay.
Yeah.
But really saying bad things about other people as a joke, I don't see it as a joke.
Yeah, the mean girl type of.
So that's not your
humor.
kind of humor. Yeah,
No,
exactly.
Yeah.
no.
I
And
think
it
we all
goes
recognize
beyond.
that.
I think you can make fun of someone else or make a joke about someone else, but it has to be in like good communication. It has to be funny for both.
Yeah,
As
you need a relationship
As well.
to be able to do that, you know?
Right.
I also read something about your best friend is the person that you can laugh at when he falls.
Right. Yeah.
You know, and then it's okay that you laugh.
Exactly. I have that with my mom and my sister.
Depends. I think it depends on the kind of friendship and the situation still, but I do get what you mean. Like it's okay because you already have that
Stumble,
connection.
maybe not fall, but stumble, you know?
Yeah, if you break a leg and the other one is laughing.
That is a little bit too much.
Exactly. But if it's a clumsy fall like I used to have or still have, then it's okay if you laugh with me.
Exactly. And it feels better then because I recognize the clumsiness. I like walk in every doorpost I come across. And like I would want people to laugh with me because or else I feel ridiculous because like, yeah, I'm a grown woman that walks into doorposts still. So please laugh with me. This is funny. This is like, let's laugh it off instead of someone looking at me like, oh gosh, are you okay? Are you like, yeah, I'm fine. Let's not make it bigger than it is.
That's going to make the situation more awkward. I mean,
exactly. Exactly.
So, laughing with you in a way, right? Not really laughing at you, but laughing with you.
Yeah, let's laugh about it together.
And that's laughing with someone is a way of connecting.
Yeah, it is. It is sharing that joy, sharing that emotion, that laughter, that connection of hey, we have something in common. We both enjoy this type of humor. We both enjoy this interaction. So yeah, that's definitely a nice thing, a nice way to connect.
Yeah. What I also like is wordplay.
Yeah, I was just about to say that. That is something, but I was thinking, do I know a joke at this moment? No.
But I never remember jokes. You know, you hear a joke and you're like, yeah, I'm going to remember that and tell it to my friend or whomever. And I can't.
No, but some people are so good in that. They're so witty. And they can make these word plays and it just makes sense and it's hilarious and I am not a person with snappy comebacks or anything. You know, some people can just do that. They have their words ready and it takes me a while to like, what is my response?
Or then afterwards, then you're like, oh, I should have said that.
Exactly. Exactly.
And then it's not funny anymore if you say it later.
No. And I like slapstick humor. You know, I guess that's the people falling, but it's funny. The most ridiculous things, that's just, it's hilarious.
Because it happens to everybody.
Yeah.
I think that is something that is funny about it, you know?
Exactly.
When you know that it could happen to you as well.
Yeah. And what about dark and twisted humor?
Well, sarcasm in that sense sometimes is funny, but indeed the dark, when really twisted, well, yeah, for me that's a thin, I'm not sure. I don't really think that's always that funny. But hey, that's just me.
Exactly. So, no, exactly. But I know some people can really find themselves only into that, like... I can't even name an example because I'm not a person that is that much into that dark and twisted humor.
Well, yeah,
but
if you mean like sarcastic, that I appreciate at times. But that could sometimes also be kind of dark humor.
Right, exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
And you need to make sure that the other person understands.
Right.
Exactly, or else it's not really funny anymore because then you're losing the connection.
Exactly.
Doing the opposite.
So we realize that there's a tons of different forms of humor and humor that we like and that we connect with. But humor doesn't only have the function of entertainment. But let's talk a little bit more about that in the next segment. So please stay tuned to Next Level Thinking on 107.9.
Next Level